Hello AutoMarket friends, today we are going to touch upon the topic of batteries. As some of you might know, batteries don't fare too well in the Middle East, especially because of the heat. So you might get 18 months, 2 years, at a push 3 years out of them, but they don't fare too well. So there could be scenarios where you might need to jumpstart your car. So today we're going to touch on that. There's two ways you can jumpstart your car. Well, technically three. If you've got a manual, you can probably bump start it that way, but most cars here are auto, so we're going to touch just on that. The two ways that you can jumpstart your car is either by using a battery pack or by using traditional cables that go from one car to another. So we're going to touch on both of these. So the first thing is the traditional method that many of you will know, been used for a long time, where you have two cables. So you have a negative, and then you've got a positive cable there as well, the red one on there. And what you do is you connect the negative to your negative car battery, positive to your car battery, and you do the same to the donor car, which is the other car that's going to start your car. So the way you do it is by you connect up all the cables first, and you power on your make sure your donor car is already started. Should be the one that's running with the engine, and what you want to do is just leave it for about maybe a minute or two whilst everything is connected, then try and crank start your car. The other option is, which is a lot more common nowadays, is a battery pack. So you've got these battery packs that you can buy. You can get this from Amazon, any of the markets, or any car shop, even some garages even have it. And basically what this is like a booster pack. So it doubles up also as a battery charger and torch and a few other things. But what you do is basically you put the battery pack, connect it up to this unit here, and then you jump start your car using just a battery pack. The good thing with this is with the battery pack, you don't need another car. You can just start it straight away. Whereas with this, you need to ensure that you've got another car that you can jump start it with, and another car needs to be healthy. Got a magic one to kind of help you with the car batteries. Now, the batteries usually are all in the front, so you have it somewhere in the engine bay, and it does differ where they are. So certain cars it's in the boot, certain cars like the VW Touareg is underneath the driver's seat, so they can vary. So it's worth knowing now where they are. So this battery is up here on the left hand side, and you can see I've taken the cover off here, and there's another cover on that side, so they both look similar, but this one, the cover does say battery. Not all cars are that obvious, so have a look around. It's good to be familiar with it. Now, using the wand, the special wand, you can see just over here, there's a minus sign. That means that's the negative side, okay? And on this side is the positive side. Now, usually there is a minus sign over here as well, so that can help you identify it. But sometimes the other clues are usually on the positive side, you get more components like these that are attached to it. Sometimes a fuse or anything like that. That's how you can identify what is on that side. So that's negative, that's positive. So we're going to go to the battery pack and we're going to connect them both up, and then we're going to fire up the car. At the moment, this car is dead as a dodo. It's been sitting here for 2 months, 3 months, I don't know. But if I go in here, this car will not fire up at all. It is completely dead. It's not even got a little bit of juice, so it's very, very flat. So this might take, I don't know, 1 or 2 attempts to get it going, but let's give it a go and see how it goes. Okay, so I've got the battery pack over here, it's switched on, and I've got this connector that block that plugs into the actual battery pack, and these two cables that go out. One goes into the positive connection and one goes into the negative, so make sure you get them on good and tight, connected up onto there, and make sure they're nice and snug. The key thing is getting a good contact. If you don't get a good contact, you're not going to be able to fire up the engine. So a lot of the times you'll see that someone's trying to jump start it, they can't jump start it, and a lot of the time it's because there's not a good enough connection. So if there's any dirt or build-up or calcium or anything that you see on there, just wipe it off. Make sure it's nice and clean, the connection, and connect it up. The positive, you have to always connect onto the positive connection. That's a must. The negative, or the earth grounding, you can actually connect that onto the chassis or engine bay. A lot of times there's a hook sometimes on the engine, you can actually connect it to that, so that's an alternative that you can use, but that's all connected up. Once you'll connect it all up, make sure it's powered on, then what you do is remember to press boost, this one, and what that should do is give the battery some juice to get it going. Okay, we're just going to try and start this up right now. Let's see, and see the brake discs are rusted. It's been sat here for that long, it's not been needed, so it's a good sign. It's got some lights on. Let's see if we can get it to go. Oh, just about. It's just about going. Hopefully it doesn't cut out. Once the car has started, and you can see it's now just fast idling,
Once the car has started, you can then disconnect the battery pack. You know, it's not long enough. Oh, it sounds too healthy. So now once engine is fully running, so what you can do is disconnect the positive connection, disconnect the negative connection, make sure you don't touch these together, otherwise you'll spark, and you're done and dusted. The car is now fully started up and running, and you can see or hear. The question is the battery any good? So if you're not sure if your battery is any good, this is a good example of a car that's been sat around. So I know the battery is good because it's been replaced not too long ago. It's just that it's been sat around for so long, the battery has been completely drained. So I'll let the alternator charge it back up again, take it for a bit of a drive, let the alternator do the work to charge it back up again. And then if you find that it holds the battery charged, then it's fine, you're all good. But if you find that even after several drives and so forth, it's still not holding the charge, that means that the battery is potentially faulty and it needs to be replaced. Remember, it's the heat that kills the batteries out here. So if your car's parked outside, if it's in direct sun, they will all reduce the battery life. So if your car's sitting in shade or underground, you see the battery life usually prolongs. Also, I've noticed that car batteries that are in the boot tend to last a bit longer. I had a VW Touareg, they had a battery underneath the seat, and that one lasted quite a decent time as well. So certain things do help, but to be honest, with the heat that we get out here, there is not much you can do in terms of keeping the battery lasting for longer. For example, in the UK, you can get 6 years, 7 years out of battery, but here, 2 years, maybe 3. I mean, 3 is at a push. But maybe you guys have had batteries that have lasted longer. So why don't you leave a comment below and let us know. I hope you find this useful, and we'll try and get some more tips and tricks out. Thank you. Bye.